new study on crime in the United States indicates the U.S. ranks worst among 16 industrialized nations in the number of murders and sexual assaults. Violence has degraded American life, left people afraid to walk their neighborhoods at night, and put school children in danger.
I think women are tired of being victims. I will not be a victim again.
In my state, there has been one woman a week murdered.
We call it the dead woman of the week story.
There's no way that you can convey the feeling of having an actual firearm. If I know that I have that capability, I can convey that by my stance, by the way I hold the gun, by the conviction in my voice, that if you come any closer to me, I will shoot you.
It's time for women to start taking responsibility for their own protection, and I see them doing that at ever-increasing numbers. Believing that someone will always be there to rescue you is a wonderful fairy tale, and my advice is don't fall for it. It's just that, it's a fairy tale.
I have no regrets at all about Rhonda carrying the gun and being trained with it. I'm thankful that she did have the gun and have the courage to use it.
I was in my own yard, minding my own business, did not even know the guy. He had stalked me. We have a detached garage, so I had parked the truck in there. I had picked up my gun, taken it out of the glove compartment. He started pushing me toward the dark side of the garage, away from the gas light and the house. And when he started pulling my clothes off, tearing at my clothes, he said, "Oh, you want it, don't you?" And that's when it fully impacted on my mind that I was going to be raped. It came down to like the bottom line is it's him or me. I thought I'd just maybe winged him up in here. I found out later that it had went through his lung and his heart and had lodged in his spine. So he died of massive blood loss.
In America, it's our right to carry a gun, but I think more and more these days it's a responsibility to yourself, to your family, especially if you have young children. And I think more and more women are waking up to that fact. How many hobbies can a person have that, God forbid, could save your life? You can't say this about needle pointer stamp collecting. Many women were brought up through their childhood to be nurturers, to be ladies, to let the men take care of this and the men take care of that. Well, in this day and age, there's not always a man around when you need him, and if he is around, chances are he's the problem.
Loudest click in the world.
Let me show you a few firearms that might interest you, and we can take a few out and you can feel them and see what feels good. Were you looking for something that large or possibly
maybe
something
a little
small?
lighter?
Okay,
yeah.
That's no problem. This is kind of a nice Smith & Wesson revolver. It's a .38 Special, model 63-inch. Give that a try and see what you think.
It's much lighter.
It's much lighter, same caliber, so it's a good self-defense caliber. It is .38 Special.
It's very comfortable. I've seen the handbags that they have for women that you can slip them up in the pocket.
That's right.
So this would be something that you could do that with.
Yes.
I had a situation where my car was broken into and my briefcase was stolen. They knew where I lived and they had the keys to my house, and so I spent a very sleepless night worrying and wishing that I had a gun.
Smith & Wesson came out with a series of guns which they've marketed toward the women's market. This is called the Lady Smith.
Oh,
and
right. I've heard about that.
Yes. The only difference in this gun between this and the standard one is that they put these silver grips on it rather than black grips. And most importantly, it says Lady Smith on the side.
I've seen if someone broke into my home, I'd pull out a gun immediately with no hesitation at all.
I want everything. And then I want a car. I'm not messing around, bitch, okay? You do it now.
Peter, you want to step in here,
Don't,
please?
what are you calling anybody else for? I just want you here, okay? Who the hell are you? You
What
put
do you
that
want?
down, you son of a bitch, right now.
What do you
I'll
want?
pop her. I'll swear I'll pop her.
What do you want?
I want you to get the hell out of here.
Well, I can't do that. What else do you
You
want?
son of a bitch, I'm gonna pop her. I swear I'm gonna pop her right now. That gun will go off, I'll kill her. I'm gonna put her head all over
Do you want to put your gun down as well?
It's okay, Pete, relax.
All right, don't
Relax,
do anything.
Pete.
I don't know if you can figure out what happened, but what the scenario is that she tries to be as immobile as possible. When she says the word relax a second time, I know that she's going to drop within 1 to 5 seconds. She's just going to go down. So at that point, I know I've got a couple of seconds and I'm going to have to start shooting him and she's going to be gone. As soon as I see her head disappear, I shoot him. It's as simple as that.
When somebody's got you like this, the first thing that you've got to do is protect your airway, and he's borrowing my airway right here.
Because a lot of guys will hold you tight, tight, tight. I've had guys hold me 10 times tighter than this, and it gets real hard to get out. But if I straighten out my neck and my jaw and make it a straight line, then when I go down, I'm not hanging up on my own jaw, and you go down fast and sudden. You're not going to be able to think, you're not going to be able to talk, you're barely going to be able to move. This is the kind of situation you're going to be in when you have to save your life. None of the women that I've ever met have any hesitation about knowing that they'll use lethal force if they have to. Even people who never ever thought they were going to have a gun come to us and say, you know, I philosophically, I've been opposed to this all my life. I never thought I would have a gun, but I find myself in a position where I really think I should have one. I think I need one. And we hear that pretty often.
Fire!
It was him or me. It got down to that. He had every intention of hurting me and killing me. So the gun gave me the option of not being the victim.
Last year, handguns were responsible for 11,000 deaths in the United States, and there's a rape reported every 5 minutes.